Greetings, my dear friends. As a Buddhist monk, I strive to live a life that is centered around the teachings of the Buddha. One of the most important sayings in Buddhism is, "As one instructs others, so should one do oneself. Only the self-controlled should restrain others." Truly, it's hard to restrain oneself. This saying is profound and can help us all lead happier and more fulfilling lives. The first part of this quote, "As one instructs others, so should one do oneself," is a call to action for all of us. It reminds us that if we want to be effective in teaching others, we must first embody the teachings ourselves. It is not enough to simply tell others what to do. We must also practice what we preach. This requires us to be self-aware and to strive to live our lives in accordance with these teachings. By doing so, we become an example for others to follow. The second part of the quote, "Only the self-controlled should restrain others," is a reminder that we must first learn to control ourselves before we can attempt to control others. We cannot expect others to follow our lead if we are not able to lead by example. This requires a great deal of self-discipline and self-awareness. It is easy to become frustrated with others and try to control their behavior, but this is not the way of the Buddha. Instead, we should focus on controlling our own thoughts and actions. Finally, the quote ends with the statement, "Truly, it's hard to restrain oneself." This is a reminder that this path is not easy. It requires us to be constantly vigilant and to strive to be the best versions of ourselves. It is easy to become complacent and to let our guard down, but we must always be mindful of our thoughts and actions. In modern society, this quote has even more relevance. We live in a world that is often chaotic and confusing. It is easy to become overwhelmed and to lose sight of what is truly important. By embodying the teachings of the Buddha and living a life of self-awareness and self-discipline, we can find peace and happiness in a world that is often chaotic. So, my friends, I urge you to take these teachings to heart. Strive to be an example for others. Control your own thoughts and actions, and never give up on the path to enlightenment. By doing so, you will find joy and peace in your own life, and you will be an inspiration to those around you.